Hi, this is Debra Dixon Kinzer with Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine. Today I am just going to talk to you guys. Okay, well, earlier today I was out and about and everything, and I was just talking to a few people. I was in this store waiting with a friend. She was, getting some stuff done, and there was a young lady sitting in the waiting area where I was at. And she was just telling me, that she wasn't feeling well, and just little things was going on with her. Now this is the time for flu season. The colds are common, and they're going to be rampant. Okay. There was another young lady that I was speaking to this morning on the telephone, and she was telling me that she was, really not feeling well. You know, all these people have lupus here. Okay. So I'm just telling you, hey, look, even if you don't have lupus, you do, you don't, whatever, take care of yourself, okay? Um, when you're out and about and everything, you can wear a hat on your head, a little scarf if you're a female, even if you're a male, some males wear scarves, okay? A hat covers your head. The wind is, blowing and everything. There is a soft spot on your head, and I know they said that the soft spot closes when you get older, but you know what? I found out about in 2003, I found out that's not exactly true. Your soft spot on the top of your head does close, but it doesn't close completely. It actually leaves a little sliver open, and that still can allow to you the cold weather to get into that area, which can lead to your sinuses and everything. Okay. Also, ears, you all, ears. Now if anybody's like me, I have a lot of sinus problems. Okay. I'm prone to sinus infections. I'm prone to earaches and stuff like that, due to my sinus infections and everything, and it does hurt. So what I do is, like, when I leave the house, if I'm going to be driving in a car or I'm going to be with someone else in a car, sometimes they tend to leave those windows, want to open up the windows just a little bit. Me particularly, I have to have some kind of air going on because I can't really breathe, with the heater on. I just told you guys, I'm prone to sinuses, okay? So if you have a lot of sinus problems like I do, I just want to share this, a few things with you that I do. Okay. So what I do is, like, if I have to be outside, I put the cotton in my ears, or at least one ear, y'all. Which this is the one ear that I typically get that sinus infection on this side of my face. Now, that's just during the winter months. Okay. Now I do get them on this side too, but that's only when I do a lot of driving. Window, air, breathe. I gotta breathe, right? Anyways, just, like I said, just a little piece of cotton, put them in your ears. It blocks the airflow going into your ears and everything, which will cause all of this, to swell up and everything. Um, you know, because you do get colds, and colds tend to block all that stuff gets blocked up. Now, if I do have a cold and everything, and my sinuses are like, oh, really, really backed up. First of all, you'll know because everything in here will be inflamed. It will be bright red up in here. All of this will be, swollen. My eyes will be swollen, and all up in here will be swollen as well. And then you can pretty much see a little redness around the ears. That's an indication. And then there's, of course, your um, voice changing. Okay? So, what do I drink? What do I do for myself and everything? Well, when I'm cooking in the kitchen, and this is just for the winter months and everything, I actually have a pot of water going. I put it in my kettle, and I have my kettle going, and I let my kettle, steam, because it's better to, breathe in a little bit of moisture going on while you're cooking in the kitchen, because that dry heat, my husband has the heat on. It's dry. I can't breathe too well, you know, and I just do that. and it helps me. Okay, it also, electric breath will be a little bit lower because it will tend not to cut the air heat on so much, which is a good thing. It's a really good thing. The other thing is, while the water's boiling, see, y'all think that there's no madness to my methods, okay? There is a method to my madness, okay? There you go. That's the word I wanted to say. You thought there was no method to my madness. There is method to my madness, okay? So once I finish cooking everything and I get all my dishes done and everything, this is what I typically do. I typically get some lemons, put it in a pot. Take the boiling water that's already been boiling because, hey, why not, right? I put it in the pot, let the pot boil on its own for about 5 minutes, okay? Because remember, it's already been boiling water, but that lemon that goes in there, okay, usually comes out of the refrigerator, so it's cold, right? So let it, boil and everything. But before I do that, I make sure I rinse everything out and put it in there and everything. Let it boil. Put it into a cup. Okay. Now, I want to tell you guys something before I finish this. During this seminar this week, a lot of people call me old school, which is fine. It's fine. I don't have a problem with it. You know why I don't have a problem with it? Because they work. My methods work. Okay? And how do I know they work? Because back in the day, okay, they used some of these methods. Now, before they used the methods that I use, there was nothing but herbs. Okay? So before there was actually stuff made for it that they sold in the store, our foreparents, before our parents, and before them, used herbs. Okay? So when they used those herbs and everything, it actually healed our bodies. Okay? So even the lemon is part of that herb. Okay? Because it grew. All right? And you can, grow it in your yards and stuff like that, especially in the southern region. All right? Let me see. Lemon, honey, water. Okay? You take a teaspoon of honey, and it's preferably to your taste. Okay? You put it in there. I don't use a lot of honey. It's just a teaspoon that I use, and everything is, it just sweets in a little bit, and it's like an elixir for your throat and everything, so it catches up all that mucus that's going down into your throat, makes it easier to go down, smoothly. The lemon breaks up the cold particles that's inside of your sinus cavities and allows your ears to drain properly. Okay? And that's what I do. Now, there are some people in this equation that like to, not me, but there are people that I have said, hey, if you have a little bit of honey and if you have a little bit of lemon, and boil it, make yourself a toddy. Well, I have to call it a virgin toddy. Why a virgin toddy? Because typically adults will put something else in there that will help them sleep. I don't need that, y'all. I just use the honey and the lemon and the water. Let it boil. I drink it. I wrap myself up. You can, also use a humidifier that has a little bit of the Vicks Vapor oil on the top, because there's usually a little thing on the top of it that helps you to breathe and everything. Now, mind you, if you're going to use a humidifier, if you're going to use a humidifier, let me say that again. If you're going to use a humidifier in your home, it creates moisture. So with a humidifier, you may need a dehumidifier. Now, what exactly is a dehumidifier? A dehumidifier is a humidifier, the reverse of a humidifier. So while the humidifier brings in the moisture levels and brings them up, the dehumidifier brings the moisture levels down. And I know you're saying, well, why are you telling me this? Well, because some people do use them. High moisture levels will bring in mold. Okay? And a lot of people are prone to mold, as I am. Okay? That's probably the reason why I just use the steam in the kitchen versus my room. Okay? Um, yeah. Mold can, with people that have allergies, can make their sinuses worse. And I am allergic to mold. So that's why I'm telling you about the difference between humidifier and a dehumidifier and what they can do if you have one versus, one without the other. Okay? So just, letting you know, take care of yourself this winter. I understand that it is getting, cool. I'm here in the Carolinas and our temperature is going crazy, you all. One day it'll be hot, 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 and the next day it's cold, 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 and then we're freezing, and then, we're going back up to the 70s. I'm not sure what's going on, but stay wrapped up, wear layers of clothing, keep your head warm, okay? Keep the wind out of your ears, and I think that you guys will be able to get through some of the winter season this year. Now, when I was telling you about the young lady and everything, she was telling me about how she wasn't feeling too well because she had a cold. The young lady that I spoke to on the phone, she had the flu. The symptoms that she gave me, what she was telling me about, that was the flu. Okay? It will help for both. All right? You get plenty of rest. All right? And just don't overdo anything, you know? Um, Chicken soup helps. Okay. Um, I typically make mine. I made one the other night. My husband was like, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm taking everything that I have, leftovers and stuff like that, because we had a baked chicken, so I took the purpose of the baked chicken and I put it in some water. I added onions, bell pepper, carrot, uh, broccoli. Hey, y'all, I love my vegetables. I can't help it. They also help break down a lot of things that's going on in your body. The chicken definitely does. Um, what else did I add? I added, well, so onions, bell pepper, carrots, corn, um, broccoli, okay, and peas. That's what I put in mine. Okay. Every vegetable that I had in my freezer, okay. And then, my husband, he laughs at the way that I cook, but you know what? The things that I use is what I have available, okay? So I wanted chicken noodle soup, okay? And we had some ramen noodles in there, okay? And it was chicken flavor, by the way. So I took the packet, the chicken packet that comes in the ramen noodles, and I put it in there, and, seasoning it up, helping the chicken flavor and everything. And I broke up the ramen noodles and I threw it in there. My husband's like, what are you doing? Seriously? And I said, dude, come on now. You know? So by the time it started boiling and everything, my husband was like, God, that smells so good. I said, does it? I said, but you was over there complaining, you know? And I said, I really don't like for you to watch me cook because, I will make a meal. I will make a perfect meal. Okay, so when it was all said and done, when it was finished and everything, he was looking at it. He said, it smells good. I'm not sure. And he goes, but it looks pretty good too. So he tasted it and he was like, man, this is good. Well, he had a little cough going on. Yeah. He had a little cough going on. He doesn't like to drink the toddies because he don't like the taste of lemon for some reason. I don't know why. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The cough, he did a really hard cough and a lot of phlegm came up, which brought that phlegm out of him, which is exactly what we wanted to do because, of course, um, they say the stock of chicken will help break up any type of mucus and stuff like that that's within your chest cavity. Well, see, I also use sage, so that helped as well because, the flavor. I don't know, there's something about that sage that will help break up other things too, and it will bring you, get you to feeling better. Well, my husband is feeling a lot better today, and he told me that and everything. He asked me to make it again. And I was like looking at him like, dude, that means that I would have to go through the whole process again, but I don't have any chicken that's already, thawed out or anything like that. So I just fixed him something else, but he was fine with what I fixed and everything. I'm a great cook, y'all. Great cook. I can make anything from scratch, any kind of way, and throw it together, and it will be pretty good, even if it's potluck. Okay. Well, anyway, that's enough about what I've been doing and everything. So I just wanted to share that with you. Just try to make yourself feel better. I want you to feel good. I want you to feel like, hey, I can get through this. All I got to do is just do it a little bit of steps like this and do it like this, and we're done. Okay? Salt, pepper works, but don't use too much salt in your stuff, okay? Because that kind of helps to retain water. And with lupus, you kind of retain a little bit more water than what you need to, okay? So anyways, this is Debra Dixon Kinzer with Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine. If you like what you heard, hit like. If you have a question or a comment or anything, leave a comment. If you have not subscribed and you would like to subscribe, please go ahead and subscribe. You never know what you're going to hear here on Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine. I just want you to know that you are not alone in your journey, okay? And we have a lot more things coming up in the next few months, okay? So, what I want you to do is, if you know someone who has lupus and has not heard about this channel, go ahead and tell them about this channel so that they can subscribe and find out some good things, okay? If you know someone who cares for someone who has lupus, hey, let them know about Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine, okay? And or if you have a family member who has not heard about this, or you know somebody else's family members that know somebody that has lupus, hey, tell them, okay, about Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine. Tell them to subscribe, because I'm telling you there's so many good things coming out of this, okay? I just want you to know that you are not alone in your journey, that we are here with you. We are climbing the mountains, okay? We're chopping them trees down in the forest so we can get through them, okay? We're going to swim that ocean together, even if we got to paddle it ourselves to get across that ocean, okay? So, this is Debra Dixon Kinzer with Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine. You are not alone in your journey. We are going to retain, maintain, and sustain your life while living with lupus. Have a great day.